Hey guys, I hope everybody is having a fantastic day. We are talking love and marriage Huntsville, and more so, male versus Nell. Let's get into this video, guys, and let's get into the last episode 4. I think they call it Steering into Scandal. Let's jump into this video.
Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh? Yes.
And guys, don't forget to like the video and don't forget to share the video. And if you guys are not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And if you guys have not, make sure you guys enable your bell notification. And this just makes sure that you don't miss out on a video. And I specifically want to get into this situation between Mel and Nell, which is melodyshari and Nell Flether. Now, Nell was actually introduced to us by Melody. At that time that Nell was actually introduced, it was during the time that Melody was actually married to Martell. And as you guys know, during that time, they were in a very hard place and they were contemplating a divorce. I know they were going back and forth, but they had not yet filed for divorce. And when Nell and her husband were brought into scenes, we would see Nell and we would see her husband, I would call it mentoring. Whatever word you want to use, she was pouring into Melody and Martell, her and her husband, to try to, find a common ground and also see if there was a way that they could, obviously stay together. We know that that did not happen. But what we did see is we did see Nell trying to desperately pour into Mel. But it became a point of contention because Nell said that she was mentoring Melody. Now, she may have misspoken just a little bit, but maybe that is her terminology for what she in fact was doing. But it seemed to be a problem on Mel's side because Mel felt like Nell didn't mentor her. And in fact, I don't even think Mel even spoke to all of the times that Nell was actually there for her and, attempted to, help them in their marriage. And I think that was a problem for Nell because she seemed hurt. But what Melody did say is that she had a problem with an interview that she had did. And I was like, huh? But guys, let's jump into this and then we're going to come back and talk about it.
Slighted about how things went on the trip. And I feel like the best thing for me to do is speak to her more in private, just one-on-one, just me and her. That's typically how me and Mel do when I feel needs to be talked about or resolved.
How you doing?
I've been doing good. I can't complain.
All right. You look pretty. That pink is gorgeous.
Thank you. What about yourself?
Busy, working, because when I go on vacay, I always come back and have to be in like super grind mode, like playing catch up. But I'm surprised you're here today because you don't be coming over here. I ain't seen you. I ain't seen you. I ain't talked to you. You was mad at me. I'm mad at you right now. So what you mad at me for?
Let's talk about this trip.
For the trip?
Mm-hmm. I got in my feelings because I couldn't find my name.
I know.
I feel like Lakeysha his son is wrong. I don't feel like she's closer to you than me. I could be wrong. I'm like, is Mel trying to push my buttons?
All I know is I pulled out names. I'm like, oh, shoot. Miss Nell's name in here. I was like, well, she's not going to worry about this. She'll be okay.
You really thought that?
Hell yeah. You older than all of us. Why would you be trying to write no name?
Allegedly, I'm older than all y'all. Y'all gonna stop doing that.
Okay.
Allegedly.
You said you're the mentor. That's what you say. You're the counselor. That's what you be saying?
No, I'm not. I have mentored you in the past.
What you mentor me in?
Okay, now here we go. You know what?
Okay.
Now you now.
Miss Nell, tell me what you mentored me.
No, because this is serious. Just like the times when me, you, Chris, Martell got together.
Yeah.
And we talked, and I'm trying to mentor to him and counsel him.
Counsel, yes.
Right. We love.
Now, guys, I just wanted to play that snippet to kind of refresh your memories. Now, if you guys recall the episode, Nell was, I wouldn't say she was upset, but she seemed to be very emotional. And in, scenes with her husband, she had, expressed, what had happened and how she was so willing to help Melody, but Melody was laughing in that woman's face and was like, girl, you ain't never mentored me. And then said, if I needed somebody to mentor, I would go to my mama, my therapist, I would go to God. So it was given very much like really discounting, what what Nell had did. And I can understand why Nell felt really, really, really slighted. But is it just me, or did Melody totally not see what she was doing to somebody that she's calling a friend? Now, I must say I like Melody, but on this channel, we're speaking on all things. Nobody is off limits. So what I can say is that something was wrong there. And here's the deal. Melody criticized Nell for an interview that she did when she was just giving her opinion and said that the situation had gotten on her nerves. But Melody pulled out her phone and wanted to, well, she brought up the interview and pretty much told Nell that she didn't like it and just to stay out of, she wished people would stay out of her business. But they are on a reality show. They're all in everybody's business and they all speak on everybody's business. And that is the part of the show. So Nell was actually asked, and I didn't think she said anything out of line. She just, in more ways, than one, said that she really was tired of it. But of course, Melody didn't like that. So it's like, now I'm kind of understanding, is that the reason why she didn't have, the name or whatever in her room or whatever the issue was when they had went out of town? Because Melody seemed like she was holding that in, and then said that the called Nell old. But also what was really seemed to be a shocker is she laughed in Nell's face when Nell said that she mentored her. But I believe what Nell probably meant was counseling. But the fact that Melody laughed in her face, but then had a question to her about friendship, that was giving another personality to me. So I'm seeing a different Melody. And we watch these people on reality TV. We don't really know them, but I know a lot of stuff was lies, but it seemed like Melody is definitely somebody that's a little bit different than I know who I maybe thought that she was, because to laugh in somebody's face is really harsh, especially when you're saying, I would never come to you as a mentor. I have a mother, I have a therapist, and I have God. And that's how you talk to your friend. But to come at her for an interview she did because you didn't like what she said, when in all honesty, she didn't really say anything bad. She just said that Melody and Martell was the same, but I believe she didn't mean it in terms of they're the same person. I think what she meant is she meant something else. Sometimes people misspeak, but the fact that Melody took that so harsh, it tells another story, because in all honesty, her and Martell, I would think, have both moved on in their lives. But the fact that that was so triggering for her actually tells another story. And you guys know the drill. Please make sure you guys are liking up the video. And if you guys have not subscribed to the channel, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And if you are subscribed, make sure you enable your bell notifications so you don't miss out on a video.